inner people that you go, then we move to your friends, colleagues. You must learn to have an appropriate reply for everything. Don't try.
Just ignore.
Well, sometimes it might not be easy to ignore because they are your friends. So when they say some things, you are there. So when you ignore, you it's as if you are validating what they are saying. So, but what you must have an adequate reply. Like if you see, like besides my friend, I went to university together, right? So if she says, they are the girl, manager, she only suru to that, because some people are very insensitive.
Yes,
Exactly.
She only suru to that, if I now will I keep quiet. If my keeping quiet in that instance makes me look foolish. So what I'll just say, oh yeah, do quiet here. What else? Is there any other reply to that?
No.
Except she's a bad friend. That's why she'll say, I knew sorrow, but I didn't look. If my own is good, I will stay there. It's not good. If she's in a bad marriage, she'll be like, in her heart.
In her heart, she doesn't.
But if she's in a good marriage, she's like, win-win situation. Exactly. And she will leave me because I have said it all.
I've said it all without saying nothing.
Exactly.
So guilt.
The guilt.
Did you have any?
There is guilt? Yes, I did, and I had to liberate myself. There is nothing any victim or any divorcee goes through that all the other divorcees have not gone through. So it's just about asking them, how did you manage it? The guilt, the anger, and everything comes. Let me talk about the guilt. There is the First Lady of America, Resonot. That's the pronunciation. I've forgotten her first name. That's her surname. She said, nobody can make you inferior without your consent.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nobody can make you feel guilty without your consent. So when you are feeling guilty about the divorce and all that, that means you have not dealt with the divorce, dealt with the issues. If indeed you know that I got this divorce, I've given the marriage my best before leaving, and my best was not enough, and I left in good faith so that I can go to where my best will be enough, and he can go to where he will get his best. What are you going to feel guilty about? There is nothing to feel guilty about. You are not mine. I have let you go. I am not yours. You have let me go. Where is the guilt? But it is when you have unresolved issues. That's when people make you feel guilty. So the onus still lies on you to go and resolve those issues. If you feel that you are not supposed to have left the marriage when you left, resolve it. I've seen people that got divorced and still call themselves and said, whoa, we made a mistake. We're too hasty. Let's deal with this thing. You are mine, I'm yours. I've not found better, you have not found better.
So let's come back.
What are
you waiting for?
So I believe that those that feel guilty.
And that's possible, right?
Yes,
of course.
Okay, so
it's just that you have to remarry.
You have to remarry.
You have to go through the process all over again.
And I must let you know that it is easy in Nigeria to get married than to get a divorce.
Yeah.
So you just
very easy. Just go and put notice of marriage.
So that you are getting married.
Okay.
And then your marriage is as good as new.
And
when you want to go out again, you start the process.
Do you understand?
That's interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
So so it's when you have unresolved issues that you feel guilty.
Okay.
Anger. It is when you have not been able to see the beauty of your liberation, and all the things that you've learned in the marriage that you still feel angry. When you see that all the pains, all the sorrows actually brought you to where you are now, which is a better place. Why are you angry? Why will you be angry?
Exactly.
If I see my ex now, I'm telling you, I'm hugging and say, how are you?
Exactly.
How's your wife? Your children?
Yes.
I don't have any unresolved issue. I don't have any anger. And if I feel any pain, if there's any pain that's still not been comforted, the hope that because I still do. Of course, there's some things that I cannot be totally be comforted on until I remarry.
Exactly.
Talk about the sexual healing and all those things.
Okay.
It's when you're in hair.
You're
so all those
beautiful.
They are seeing that hair. So
I think I don't have unresolved issues.
Yes, it's a process.
Yes. Because fortunately for me, I found a good man.
Wow,
and,
congrats.
I got married again.
Beautiful.
Good.
Yes.
I'm not saying perfect, but we've been able to.
It gets. There's no.
So what I'm saying in essence is yes. The guilt will always.
Yes.
But I do not want.
Deal with it.
I've seen a lot of women get so bitter that they never move on.
Yeah, you're right.
They allow the bitterness to consume
them.
And they never move on.
Yes.
And I've seen women wait on karma.
Karma that will never come.
Exactly.
Because the truth is, if someone was not meant for
die
you,
in the process.
Yes.
They hold on to this, this unresolved unforgiveness, bitterness.
Yes.
And then they die that way, and karma
never comes.
Never came.
Because the truth is that you divorce somebody does not necessarily mean that the person is bad. Or that you yourself are bad. You are just not meant. That's why we need institutions that prepare people for marriage.
Exactly.
It's not just a matter of even before they get to that stage, have you talked to them about compatibility? Have you talked to them about idea, balance, value, system, compatibility? Have you talked about there's so much
to talk about
for people to examine themselves on before they come to the conclusion that they want to marry. And that will really help the marriage institution in Nigeria so that we have less divorces and less failed, unhappy homes. So it's you can't talk about it in 1 hour. It's a long, so we can just talk about the things that But nonetheless, I always tell people that your marriage failed does not mean your life has failed.
No.
If you take your marriage failure as the life failure, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. And if you allow people's judgment to stop you from being you, then there's something wrong with you. Take accountability. Total accountability. Don't ever
of your part
blame of your part and how you handle the marriage and after.
Exactly.
Those people that you said got consumed with unforgiveness and waiting for karma, it's because they allowed all the things family members and friends were saying after the divorce to enter them. So they're waiting for vindication. God will vindicate me. There's no vindication.
And the other person has moved on.
He has moved on. See, you went through this because God knows you have to go through it.
Exactly.
You went through it for a reason. Find the reason and run with it.
Exactly.
And don't listen to people. Don't listen to. They don't know better. Don't wait for. I don't expect validation from anybody. Because I will tell you, they abuse me for it. Let your conviction be what to guide you in all things. Sometimes people will not understand it, but if they love you, they will still love you. You understand? Because you are the one that will look at yourself in the mirror, and if you don't love the girl you're seeing, the lady you're seeing, there's a problem. As long as you look at yourself in the mirror, you love who you are. That's all. That's all you need. Those that will love you will come. Those that will hate you will always hate you. There's nothing you can do about that.
Thank you so much. So, in conclusion, Mr. Ibusi, I'll start with you. Yes. Now I want you to tell us, give us an overview of how whoever, a man or a woman, can institute a divorce process. Okay. Now, I just want you to do a run.
First, you get a lawyer.
Okay.
I'll be very brief. You brief your lawyer.
Yes.
Your lawyer will look at the grounds that you have the facts of the case that you have presented before him or her, and then decide on which to put first or second. Then a petition is filed at the High Court.
Okay.
And then you go through the process of trial.
Okay.
Before trial, the judge will make an attempt at reconciling and mediating between the two of you to see that maybe you just don't understand each other. But I must mention that before you institute a case of divorce, it must have been established that your marriage is up to 2 years. And that was why it was impossible for Abiade to leave within few months of getting into that marriage. There's what we call the 2-year rule. It must, but actually for every general law, there are exceptions. The court can grant leave. It is with the leave of court that you can institute a divorce process without your marriage being 2 years yet. Okay. So your lawyer will look at all of those considerations, and then you go into trial. During trial, you list your evidences, affidavits, whatever proof you want to prove, and then after trial, judgment. But there are 2 stages to that judgment. There is the decree NISI, N-I-S-I. The decree nisi is to say that, oh, the court is convinced that this marriage has broken down irretrievably, and then we should end this marriage. But within 3 months of the decree nisi, the partner can actually appeal within 3 months. But if you do not appeal within those 3 months period before that decree nisi becomes absolute, by the time it becomes absolute, there is no marriage anymore.
You have to
and the decision of the court remains final.
And how soon can somebody remarry after the decree?
Immediately after decree,
absolutely. You can put in
but the marriage, the mistake some people make is it is after the moment they get the decree nisi. You know, they're like, we have, especially for somebody that has been waiting for 5 years and your partner is in so much hurry, like, I can't wait. But that period between decree nisi and decree absolute, you must make sure that you get to the decree absolute before you in fact, the second day of decree absolute, you are
good to go.
You are good to go.
So very quickly, Miss Abiade, please can you just give us an overview of, all you've said, your experience and everything. Yes. Just 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just sum it up for us.
I tell women, anything worth doing at all is worth doing well. If you are going to get a divorce, be sure that is what you want. Don't let anybody push you into it, because if they do, you regret it. But if it is your decision, don't ever make anybody make you feel you are taking the wrong decision, make you second guess yourself. Keep the faith, keep the confidence, and keep moving on, and you will have a good ending, as you have said when you wanted the divorce. So it's all about you, and when you leave, please be accountable, be responsible, don't blame people, so that the next relationship will end better.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this episode. See you next time. Bye.